Welcome back, respected ones. This afternoon, I'm going to present before you a wonderful topic. When I first heard about this topic, I was astonished, thinking that whether we are going back to traditional concepts. Yes, I'm going to discuss the new psychological concept called psycho-osmosis. What is this psycho-osmosis? When I searched online, I got two levels of understanding or two different dimensions of ideas related to psycho-osmosis. In one of my search, I found that psycho-osmosis is the concept that human beings at times get some knowledge as a part of intuition. That is, they get some knowledge from some unknown world without making any deliberate attempt. And that particular website gives you an example for this intuition. They tell that at times we get some answers for some questions after having some sleep, after making lots of efforts to find out the answers of such questions. I may explain, I may make it clear. See, sometimes we think for 1 hour or 2 hours to find out the answer for some questions, and we are not, and finally we stop our efforts without being able to find out the answers for such questions, and we just sleep. And in the very next morning, when we wake up from our sleep, we get the answers of such questions without doing anything from some unknown world of knowledge as a part of intuition. And this is a concept related to psycho-osmosis. And it may be because we keep some knowledge in our unconscious mind without our knowledge. Maybe because of some previous experiences in our life. And when we think about some answers of some questions which have got some relationship with these items hidden in our unconscious mind, we are not able to find out the answers. But there is some invisible relationship between different parts of our body and mind. And during the sleep, or when we sit calm, or when we stop our thinking and relax, sometimes the answers may be emerging out of our unconscious mind. So in this regard, psycho-osmosis tells that at times we get some answers for some questions even without deliberate attempt as a part of intuitive thinking. Another aspect related to psycho-osmosis is that the internal energy of a teacher can create some wonderful effect in the minds of the students, even the poor students of the classroom. That is, if the teacher teaches in a dynamic manner by using some enthusiasm, by using some wonderful method, by using some dynamic body language and wonderful facial expressions, even the poor students of that classroom may get some inspiration. Though such students are not able to understand what the teacher is teaching inside the classroom during the time of teaching learning process, they may get the ideas of the taught items when they sit calm and alone after the class. And this is because of the passing of the internal energy of the teacher to the heart of the students. Yes, there is an invisible bridge between minds and hearts. So itself, I told you that I was astonished to think that whether we are going back, because this concept of intuition can be seen in the stories of ancient period, in the stories of divine people, in the stories of disciples of the divine people. You can see that some disciples of prophets and divine people tell that they used to get some knowledge from some unknown world because of the inspiration they were given by their spiritual teachers. So it's a factor all. So modern psychology tells it will be there. What are the educational implications of psycho-osmosis? We have to think. And here the first concept is that when you make some deliberate attempt to find out the answers of some questions, sometimes you will not be able to find out the answers of such questions during the deliberate attempt. But you may be able to find out the answers after your attempt when you are sitting calm. So this tells that teachers should give their students enough time to relax after attempting to find out the answers of the questions given by the teachers. Some gifted students may be able to find out the answers of the questions given by the teachers within a few minutes. But there are average students and below average students. And if you make them think to find out the answers, and after they are not able to find out the answers, even after lots of attempts, you can just tell your students, my dear students, you can relax now. Just relax and sit calm. Sometimes you will get the answers of the questions. So teachers should give enough time to relax after each work. Then another thing which we have to implement in educational institutions is that we should provide some hours for relaxation in between the hours of different subjects. I think this may be the reason behind including some PT hours, some hours for physical activities in our daily timetable, school timetable. So you should give some hours for relaxing, some hours for physical activities, because in the subject classrooms students would be taking more efforts, and at times they will not be able to find out the answers because of the concept of plateau. Yeah, because of the mental fatigue, mental and physical fatigue, they will not be able to find out the answers of the questions. And if you give some hours for physical training and relaxation, they will come out of this mental and physical fatigue, and they will get a little more energy, and this energy will be helping them to find out the answers of the difficult questions. So it is something important. And another thing is that teachers should give positive reinforcement all the times. Even if the students are not able to find out the answers of the questions given by the teachers, even after several attempts, teachers should tell that, don't worry, you can get the answers. Now you feel relaxed. You please take rest for a few minutes, a few hours. You can get the answers later. Don't worry. So this should be the behavior of, this should be the attitude of the teachers towards the students when they are not able to find out the answers. And similarly, you should keep a psychological approach towards the wrong answers of the students. If the teacher asks some questions, and if some of the students give some wrong answers, never tell them it is utter foolishness, but just tell it's a good attempt. Oh, you tried, that's good. Then this will give them some inspiration. They will think that though I haven't given the correct answer, my teacher did not blame me, my teacher did not shout at me, so I can find out the answers later. And this inspiration, this internal energy will be helping the students to find out the answer from some unknown word. And similarly, teachers should make use of some dynamic body language, effective communication, and wonderful facial expressions inside the classroom. Teachers should become an inspiration. Teachers should become the carriers of internal energy. And this internal energy is not in raising the voice or shouting or making some noise inside the classroom or running here and there, but it should come from the mind. The teacher should teach from heart. The teacher should explain each and everything by making use of life-oriented examples, just as he is telling everything just as a result of his own experience. Teachers should keep that much internal energy. Teachers should make use of some touching voice, wonderful voice modulation. Teachers should create curiosity in the minds of the students. Students should feel that, oh, I wish this class should never end. And if you make use of such an internal positive energy inside the classroom, you can see that even the very poor students of your classroom will be finding out the answers of your questions, though not inside the classroom, but after the class when they are sitting alone, calm and quiet. So be some dynamic teachers inside the classroom. And for this, you should keep some charismatic personality. For becoming some charismatic personality, you should keep some innocent mind. That is something important. See, actually, your external energy is not providing this opportunity for your students. I told you that internal energy. If you have to get that internal energy, your inner sense should be pure. I may tell you a historical event from one of the greatest Islamic saints, Qawsul Alam Muhyiddin Abdul Qadir al-Jilani Qaddasallahu Sirrahul Aziz. When he was a child, his mother sent him to get education from another place. And when he was to leave his home, his mother told, "My dear son, never tell lies." And he was to cross a forest with some other travelers. Then some thieves came there and they stole the money of all other people. And they just asked this boy, "What is in your hand?" He told, "I have got 2,000 diamonds in my pocket." They were wondered, they were shocked. They asked, "You know that we are thieves, and you told us that you keep 2,000 diamonds in your hand. Why? Why did you so? Why did you do so?" The child, Abdul Qadir al-Jilani Qaddasallahu Sirrahul Aziz, replied, "My mother had told me not to lie at any circumstance." And history tells that all the thieves became devotees of God because of the internal energy came out of that innocent boy, Abdul Qadir al-Jilani Qaddasallahu Sirrahul Aziz. So if you keep this internal energy, and if you teach your students by making use of this positive internal energy, you can create wonders. That is what is conveyed by the concept Psycho-Osmosis.